Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Sorry, it's been a while, 2 months about since I last made a video. I was just waiting and seeing if anything was gonna change from the last time. I haven't been to the doctor again. I just decided that I've been to the doctor so many times this past 2.5 years since my first COVID infection, and I just don't have any answers that I'm just going to wait and see if anything gets more serious, I guess. They're not helping at all, and it's starting to just cost a lot of money now going back and forth. Because every time I go to them, they want to prescribe me some medication and tell me to wait. I mean, like I was a year ago with my first. It's been at the end of this month, it'll be a year when I first went to go to the doctor about my swollen lymph nodes, and when I went to him a few months ago, or like 3 4 months ago, to tell him it's still swollen, he was like not worried about it at all. He was just like, no, it's nothing to worry about, whatever. And it hasn't grown since. So he's just going to tell me the same story, and I'm going to end up paying money to go see somebody for him to tell me the same thing. So I decided to just rather leave it. But only thing that's been happening to me now is headaches. I did mention that over December I had headaches. I had a headache attack. I was actually quite sick. I was lying in bed, severe headache. I had a fever, vomiting and stuff like that. Wasn't sure what it was. Was supposed to go to hospital. Didn't end up going. Got better, but now I have like for the past 2 months since I've had like this lingering headache. It's not like super bad. This is apart from obviously the head pressure now, which is still continuing. But this is like it's a lingering pain in my head. Sometimes it's one side, sometimes it goes the other side. But it's like a dull, lingering pain. Sometimes it gets bad throughout the day. We're like 10 minutes, it's like very bad. But for the most part, it's like just almost like lingering around. But it's like constant all the time for the past 2 months. I don't know what it is. Not yeah. I don't know really know what to do about it anymore. Also, I have sensitivity to sound. I noticed that when I listen to music in my car, it's almost like it irritates me. It feels like when I'm listening to the music, it's like an itch that I cannot scratch, if that makes sense. But it's like, my ears are sensitive to sound. And I bought headphones for the gym because we have load shedding here where the power is off for a couple of hours throughout the day. They turn certain sections of the power off in the country so that they can save power or whatever. I don't know. This government is so stupid. Depending on what stage it is, yeah. Anyways, I bought the headphones so that when it is load shedding in the gym, that I don't have to like no not have music. But I put them on, I can't listen to them at all. My ears are so sensitive to the sound with earphones or headphones on that no, it was unbearable. So I haven't been able to use those. I've had some ringing in my ears as well, but I'm not sure if I've always had that or if it's not just something that I've picked up. But yeah, that is what's been going on with me so far. Lymph nodes still swollen. Haven't changed at all. I'll explain something about that though now soon. Oh, I've had like this weird pain in my chest. It feels like a stinging sore pain. I was researching and it could be something called angina. Um, or angina, if I don't know, something like that. I had it 2 weeks ago, and every time I exercise, it got worse. Like my heart, when it was pumping more, it would like pain more. But I'm not 100% sure if it is my heart or if it's maybe a muscle that's there or something. Um, I haven't really paid much attention to that because it was only had it for a few days and it was gone. But every now and then it does pop up, and I have felt it before, so it's not too concerning for me at the moment. I have been doing some research into long COVID, even more now than usual. Um, Being that I see on YouTube now a lot of videos have come out, or people are making more videos, and there's more research being done on long COVID, and they've got more data now in regards to people like me that had COVID in the beginning or like close to the beginning, and that is now had long COVID for 2.5 years. That they have that data of those stories of those people now. So I see a lot of the people have a lot of my symptoms, headaches, migraines, or sort of lymph nodes, or the head pressure, or stuff like that. It seems like some of the stories that I read, like or listen to or watch on YouTube, or even read on that long COVID group, it's almost exactly the same symptoms as me. So I'm almost 100% sure that everything that I am experiencing is long COVID related. But you can never be too sure is the problem now, because you could put something down to long COVID and it could be completely unrelated, and now you're ignoring something that could be serious, and that's the anxiety that comes with it. I guess you think that maybe it could just be this, like the head pressure thing that I was experiencing, and all of that. Like every symptom that I looked up, it like pointed to like a tumor in my head or like a brain aneurysm. So that's what I was scared of at first. And then when I had the MRI, it was like all clear, and everything else, all the tests and other scans I had, it was like all clear. They were like, okay, that is the good news is it's nothing serious, but the bad news is I don't know what it is. And in a way that is like reassuring. Okay, it's not serious, but now what is it? But yeah, you can never be too sure. I mean, it could have been that it was everything that I've been experiencing was like a brain tumor and had nothing to do with long COVID. So it's difficult to navigate that path of should you investigate this symptom more or not, or leave it, or what should you do? It's yeah, it causes a lot of anxiety, but I've been trying to live my life out of that fight or flight mode now of thinking, okay, I have the symptoms now, I'm probably gonna die. Everybody gets to that point at some stage. You could say, don't worry, it's not bad or something like that, but you always think like that, the worst. You can be the most positive person ever, but things like or something like this can work on you a lot. And throughout this 2.5 years now that I've been on off sick and getting these symptoms and stuff like that, it's the physicalness of being sick hasn't been as bad as the mentalness, or the mental, how could I say, drainage on your body. It's so draining. Like I would get to points, where I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit in the house and not do anything, because I don't want to make anything worse. I feel like, yeah, my life, I'd rather just stay still, and I would always say, okay, I'm gonna do this stuff later when I'm better, and then it never got to that. So I'm trying to live outside of that and live a more positive life and go doing things, and just trying to put this at the back of my head as much as possible, but like obviously be mindful of what is going on. I try my best to work out and gym and walk as much as possible, but not push myself too much that it's going to put me in bed and not being able to gym for a couple of weeks, because it puts my body in this, yeah, it puts too much stress on my body for me to continue. So I try and balance that. I try and eat well as well. um I've been seeing a lot of things with long COVID, people saying, quit dairy, quit wheat, quit this, quit sugar, stop doing this, stop doing that. So all of these things, and it will work. And I don't think any of that is really helpful, because we're not all the same people. If you were sensitive to dairy before and you have long COVID, it's obviously a good idea not to be to have dairy, because you were sensitive to dairy before COVID, nothing to do with COVID. Then stay away from dairy. But you can't now say everybody must stay away from dairy. It'll help everybody, because it won't help everybody. And I've seen plenty of people that's changed their diets and it's not helped at all. It's exactly the same thing when you say with people who drink and smoke, and it's very unhealthy habits. But you get people who drink all the time and then get liver cirrhosis at 40 years old, or even 30 years old. And you get people who drink their whole life and live until 85, 90, and they drink just as much as the person who got liver cirrhosis at 30. Same with smoking. I come from a family that got from smokers and drinkers, and it's a perfect example. My grandfather and grandmother both smoked cigarettes. My grandfather got lung cancer at 68, I think. if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 68, and he died of lung cancer. Where my Oma grandmother, she's still alive now at 85, and she's also a smoker. Well, she's given it up now, but she was also a smoker. So they've both been smokers. One died of the lung cancer and one didn't. So not everybody is the same. It's just, it's not going to work. What works for one is not going to work for another. I can share my experience and say this is what worked for me, but it's not going to work for you. Everybody's bodies is completely different. You've got to see or check how were you before long COVID, and try and navigate it through that way. Like if you, like I said, if you sensitive to dairy before, 10 to 1, the dairy is going to make your symptoms worse when you do have long COVID, because it's already something that you had before. You can get sensitive to dairy off, like not be before COVID and get long COVID, but that's something it's a trial and error. I mean, if now during long COVID this is affecting you, then stop that thing or slow it down and see if that is the thing. But changing your entire diet, not eating dairy, not eating wheat, not eating sugar, not eating that, not eating, and making this whole drastic lifestyle, it puts a lot of stress on you and stress around on the people around you, and yeah, it's too much. It's too much of a drastic change, and then you end up not working. I mean, I've also throughout everything trying to lose weight, and I did end up losing weight. I think I lost like 20 kilos or something. And one of my first mistakes that I made was trying to make big changes in my diet in order to lose weight, and I've noticed that it didn't help. Where I started changing small things in my diet and doing small changes, and that worked long term. And I think the same thing is with long COVID. So people shouldn't feel the stress of doing certain things to try and feel better, because I know when you're feeling bad every single day and you have all these symptoms and stuff, you're going to try your best to try anything to try and feel better, but you're going to put other mental strain on yourself doing all of that. So it's just something to look at in that regard. Now that's what I want to get back to, is the lymph nodes. So I've had these swollen lymph nodes for a long time. I've explained already that I've had them here on my neck on this side and this side. One's at the top here, and then others at the bottom. I don't know if you can actually see them. No. And then other ones on this side, but they're like, both sides. Some underneath here as well. When I went for the sonar, they picked up like 7 that were swollen or something altogether, but most of them were all small or smaller, and then the one was like just under a centimeter. It was 9 millimeters. Nothing's changed. They're basically all there still. But my partner, she also has swollen lymph nodes in her neck, and now she's found one underneath her armpit, or inner armpit, right? And that's a big one. You can feel it's like that big. She's gone to the doctor now, and they've prescribed antibiotics. She went last week, and she's going back either today or Thursday, and they're gonna go have a checkup and check if the lymph nodes and everything. Apparently, we're feeling one lymph node in her underarm, but they said they feel 3, and then she's got them in her neck as well. So we've both had lymph nodes now for a long time. So over the weekend, my son was in front of me. He's almost 3 years old, and actually next month he's 3 years old. He was like I was sitting on the couch, and he was like standing in between my legs, like watching TV. And I decided to feel his neck as well, and I felt that his neck also has swollen lymph nodes. So unless we all have something serious at the same time, I don't think that's a coincidence that's going to come about very easily. We all had COVID the first time, the exact same time. So I brought it home from the ship, gave it to my partner, gave it to the baby. So in a space of a month, we all had COVID basically. And then I safe to say we all had the same strain. So I Delta, so I'm pretty sure they're Delta too. And if if this is then relatable to the lymph nodes relatable to COVID, that seems like it could be a good theory. Otherwise, what else have we gotten? And if anybody knows about this or knows about something that we could have gotten, like a disease or a kind of sickness or something that makes all of our lymph nodes swell, then please let me know. But yeah, it's weird that we all have swollen lymph nodes. Um, and we've all had it for, well, I don't know how long the child's had it for now. I know if, like 10 months ago he had swollen lymph nodes behind his ear. They were, well, one side of his ear was swollen, but that went away. So with mine haven't gone away. They've literally just stayed there. So I don't know if he's, kids get sick all the time, especially going to school. They come back with sicknesses like every month, sometimes twice a month. So it just could be something like that. That's why he's swelling. I mean, we all know that the ones under your ear and your throat swell up all the time when you have the flu. So that is normal. If those are swollen, then I know, okay, no, that's some reacting to something. If I have a sore throat, I know those will swell. But like the ones on the side of the neck are different. Now he also has the side of the neck and my partner. So trying to figure this story out. See maybe if that has got something to do with COVID, or if we all have long COVID type of thing, or if we happen to have gotten something like mono or EBV or something like it, or EBV is mono, but like one of the two, or because EBV can cause other things as well. That maybe we have something like this, and this is what is causing us to be like kind of sick and lymph nodes and everything. But who knows? I will try and make more videos in the future. I was just trying to wait and see about the lymph nodes and what I'm going to do going forward with that. But at the moment now, I'm not going back to the doctor until I basically get sicker. I know it's not the best way to think, but if you're like me that's been to the doctor plenty of times, been for blood tests, scans, doctor visits, and they just tell me the whole time I'm fine, and then I don't know what else to do to go forward with anything. I mean, if they can't find anything wrong, then what must, yeah, I'm out of luck here of what to do. So I'll just have to wait and see on that. But we'll keep you guys updated on anything. Peace.